सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ मेरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योगवेदान्तदर्शन साधनद्वारा अस्मिन् क्षणे एव आत्मानुभूति कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये निश्चित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां साधकानां दिग्विजयार्थं सेवकानां च श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योगदर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यासभाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योगदर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं प्रार्थना। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योगदर्शन शास्त्रं द्वितीय पादः साधना पादः। ओम योगांगानुष्ठानात् शुद्धिक्षये ज्ञानदीप्तिः आविवेकख्यातेः यमनियमासन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार धारण ध्यान समाधौ अष्टावंगानि अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य परिग्रहाः यमाः एते जाति देश काल समय अनवच्छिन्नाः सार्वभौमाः महाव्रतं शौच संतोष तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि नियमाः. Friends, we are so lucky, fortunate, yet what we have concluded with in our Vedanta class 5 minutes back, that the only way to discover the self and get liberated is through the Shastra Ukta Sadhana. And what Sadhana said in the Shastra is Neti Neti. Same thing continued here. What the continuation here is, we are studying the Ashtanga Yoga Sadhana here. In the Ashtanga Yoga Sadhana, the first two are spoken, Yama and Niyama. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha. Niyamaha are Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhana. Now, when we have to do these sadhanas, so many of obstructions in the form of powerful either desires or demands or logics will try to take us away from these 10 sadhanas and make us do exactly opposite of that. So our knowledge is ahimsa, but we are tempted to do himsa. Our knowledge is satyam, but we are tempted to do the asatyam. Hai na? You understood? Like in the Upanishad mein, the more we try to do the neti neti, but the upadhiyon ke saath hi soham soham hone lagta hai. We have to do the neti neti with the upadhis. We have to do the soham soham with the Brahman. But what happens is, because of power of variety of reasons, we become soham only with the upadhi only. So here also, yama niyama we want to do, but there are so many obstructions. How to overcome them? What are the antidotes for them? What we have to be ready with our own arms, ammunition, and arsenal to shoot them down. Isn't it? We have to have the latest weaponry in our Indian army with all protection. अगर गवर्नमेंट को अकल है तो ऐसा प्रोटेक्शन देना कि not even one soldier should die. You have to make those things. That much is not taken care. That's why they are just let loose, बेचारे, especially in this Pakistani border. तो कोई terrorist fellow, uneducated, unpad, the misguided, he just shoots our army person. How can it happen? You can't, I can't, you have to use all the drones 24 hours. पूरा लगाओ, करोड़ों रुपए लगने दो, सारा तैयारी करके, है कि नहीं? यू हैव टू टेक रिस्क. मैं तो कहता हूँ 2 शेर 2 चीता छोड़ दो जहाँ टेररिस्ट लोग अटैक कर रहे हैं. अब खाएंगे वो जाकर. रियल शेर एंड चीता. You know, you have to if you don't have the all protecting thing, very painful. It is not happen. It is integral to your intelligence and all. You can't just take. Soldiers are meant for sacrificing their life for the country. That doesn't mean that you allow it to happen. Never. Not even एक सैनिक भी चोटिल भी नहीं होना चाहिए. That is a achievement, you know. Such a huge country with so much of infrastructure and all. How can't, why can't you do? पूरा इलेक्ट्रीफाई कर दो सारा बॉर्डर्स वगैरह. एंड हाउ मनी टाइम, इट इज नॉट ए मिलियंस ऑफ किलोमीटर्स. मैक्सिमम 3,500 किलोमीटर है इंडिया पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर. तो यू जस्ट पुट ऑल द सर्विलेंस एंड एवरीवेयर. व्हाट इज डिफिकल्ट? बट स्टिल देयर इज डिफिकल्टी, यू नो भाई. दोज प्लेसेस जो इनसाइड इंडिया के साइड है वही टेररिस्ट है. ऑल द जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में they are half of them are terrorist supporters only. That is a problem. I know. Matlab, we know every aspect, and we cannot attack there because again civil problem. And in every state there is mini Pakistan. They start shouting, but still there has to be some way by which. Now, one of the way they found is what I was quoting in the morning. उनको अपने इलाके में मेन लीडर को मारते जाओ, अब बाकी कमजोर हो जाएंगे. Very good. So here also we must know readily with the antidote for all those promptings, temptings, which force us not to do the understood sadhanas, which force us to do the opposite. We have to be very careful, isn't it? A doctor, you know, with every medication to every patient, he should have the some medicine next to him. If at all that medicine reacts in that patient, what to do with it? होना चाहिए. वो खूब बहुत लोग रिएक्शन के कारण ही मरते हैं और डॉक्टरों को पता ही नहीं होता कि इसको भी तैयार रखना. Here also it is not so easy that we can do sadhana. So much of the opposition comes. Like you want to sit for meditation, but you can't even sit because so much of the sleep is overpowering. So you must know the arsenal how to remove that oversleeping or effect of the tamoguna. Without doing that, your main goal of meditation can never happen like that. So let us do this one. Yesterday we have seen Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha, 5 yamas, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana is 5 niyamas. So in that niyama, the Ishvara Pranidhanam, we have thoroughly studied yesterday. Ki Kamataha, Akamahatava, with sankalpa or without sankalpa, Yat Karomi, whatever I do, Shubha, Ashubham, whether good or bad, Tat Sarvam, all of that. Tvai O Lord, is offered to you. Tat prayukta karomyaham, because it was done prompted by you. Naham karta, I am not the doer. Sarvam etat brahma eva kurute tatha. In this world, everything is happening because of that Brahma Paramatma. Etat, this is called as Brahma Arpanam Proktam. That Brahma Arpanam is called as Ishvara Pranidhana. Rushibhihi Tattva Darshivi. This is Kurva Purana Shloka. So this shloka and in Gita et karomi yadashnasi yajhoshi tetta pashas kaunteya tat kurusha manarpanam 9th chapter. Or indriyan indriyardesh vartanti iti dharena or brahmanyadhaya karmani. In Gita, in every chapter, the Ishvara Pranidhana techniques are again and again taught. And the Ishvara Pranidhana is the kartrutva, the bhoktrutva, the karma phala. All of them are consciously offered to Paramatma. Practically you have to do for a few years. Then we can see that we are not becoming karta of the any karma prompted by kamana. Whatever minimum has to happen through us, that will happen. For that also, we learn to become a sakshi. That time you will know what is said in Gita 3rd chapter. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunahi karmani sarvashaha. प्रकृतेः गुणैः सर्वशः कर्माणि क्रियमाणानि. It is by the nature, everything is happening everywhere. Ahankara Atma Karta Hevati Manyate. Only a person deluded with the ego thinks that he is the doer. He is the jiva, he is a sufferer. After this Ishvara Arpana done for long time, then we can remain as the witness for the play that Prakriti is playing. That's called moksha. Else, as said by Valmiki yesterday, the doings of the ego are put on the pure self, then as if the self is suffering. Your self is me. I can never afford to suffer. I am the pure self, untouched by everything. But why I am suffering? Because you have fallen down to the level of jiva. How? All doings of the ego are taken by you as your own. How to get rid of all of that? Ishvara Arpana Buddhya. That is called Ishvara Pranidhana, the fifth of the Niyam Sadhana, and this is the third of our Kriya Yoga also, Tapasvadesha Pranidhanam, and according to the first Prakaranam, it is an alternative for Abhyasa Vairagya. Is there any other sadhana other than Abhyasa Vairagya for Vritti Nirodha, sir? Why not Ishvara Pranidhana? So, what was said in the first what do you call Samadhi Pada, what is said as Kriya Yoga in the first sutra of the second Pada, and what is said here as the fifth sadhana in the Niyama sadhana, all of this is common, Ishvara Pranidhana. Therefore, how much important is Ishvara Pranidhana? कभी क्या होता है ना, when we are busy in Karma Yoga or when we are busy in Vedanta Vicharana, we miss this Ishvara Pranidhana. Do it. At the time of Vedanta Vicharana, do it. But when you come out of that mode much before realizing the self, we must know the need of Ishvara Pranidhana also. उसको भी करते रहना. Everything, yes, you know, Jnanatha, Ajnatha, Kamatha, Akamatha, Shubha, Ashubha, everything you have to offer. पहले तो कहते हैं कि शुभ कर्म भगवान को छोड़ो, अशुभ नहीं. तो पकड़ोगे क्या फिर उसको? Then you will remain a अशुभ करता. No, see, the sensitivity there is not, it is hinted, we have to catch. It's a common sense, no? When any karma you do, punya and papa, both you offer to the God. It always hinted that, therefore, if a karma has to be offered to the Lord, it should be worthy of offering. Only punya can be offered, not papa. Therefore, drop the papa, already hinted in that. It will not be directly told. It means that you are not an ego doing anything, but through you sometimes seemingly papa punya karma happen as they are defined as papa punya by the Shastra. Offer both of them to the Lord. Like you said something, or somebody said out of rage at that moment you did something harm. But you also insulted that person. Papa karma ho gaya wo. No, you cannot go on holding it. You will have regret. Then offer it to the God. All my mistakes, Bhagavan hua, agle baar मैं careful रहूंगा. But don't make a habit of it. Like one of the religion, they deliberately from the Monday to Saturday, they do so many papa. Why? Because on Sunday they have to offer it to God. नहीं तो खाली हाथ जाओ भगवान, जैसे we take नारियल and all that to God, no? खाली हाथ नहीं जाना चाहिए. Take नारियल food. Therefore, they खाली हाथ नहीं जाना चाहिए. They have to offer lot of sins to God. So Monday to Saturday, they do so many sins. Then they keep a list of the things in front of God. भगवान में उनके ऐसे होते, बेटा ठीक है तुम्हारे पाप सारे मैंने ले, फिर अगले बार ज्यादा करके आना, ठीक है. And they do the path of disturbing the hearts of all Hindus by converting them, and by destroying their faith. They become the coolies in the next life of constructing the temples. They become coolie in, they will become the sellers of the flowers and etc. Because जो गलती किया ना सुधारने, उसको सुधारना पड़ेगा. है कि नहीं? By the way, so here also ईश्वर प्रणिधान में it inevitably says पापा ये भी भगवान को ऑफर करो का अर्थ नहीं है कि करके पाप भगवान को ऑफर करो. Even if it happens by mistake, don't hold on to that, because our goal is neither punya nor papa. Our goal is to reject all of them, eject out of the ego and merge in the self. है ना? अब जब वो अल्टीमेट गोल होता है, ये सब फिर छोटे की बात हो जाते हैं. यू कैन जस्ट ऑफर. हो गया? सो इन दिस वे यमा अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रह नियम शौच संतोष स्वाध्याय शौच संतोष तप स्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधान हो गयो. Now comes the next sutra. What is that? Etesham yama niyamanam. Means when these 10 of the yamas and yamas 5 when we are trying to do them, when there is a problem, how to tackle that problem? And the problem is what? The opposite thoughts, opposite convictions, opposite habits, opposite vasanas from the outer promptings also trouble us. They stop us doing this sadhana and make us do the opposite of it. At that time, क्या करना चाहिए? These two sutras, number 32 or 33 or 34, are very, very, very essential. Okay, 33 and 34. Mhm. Mm. बहुत बहुत आवश्यक है बाबा. We'll do the sutra chanting 3 times. Vitarka badhane pratipaksha bhavanam. 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 100 times we have seen it, but here we are getting a powerful, strong authority. This thought we have discussed million times. But here now we get the authority. What is the thought? Vitarka badhane. Means when the vitarka troubles you in not allowing you to do the yama niyama sadhanas. What is vitarka will be told in the next sutra or here only in the Bhashya. Vitarka badhane. Vitarka is all wrong logics brought which do the badhanam of these sadhanas. Means which doesn't allow us to do these sadhanas. What is the solution at that time? Pratipaksha bhavanam. Develop the pratipaksha bhavana by seeing the dosha in those vitarkas which are becoming badhanam is obstructions, which are obstructing us in doing this yama and niyama sadhanas. So when we are committed to do the yama niyama sadhana, whichever the things which obstruct them, that obstruction is called as badhanam, and whichever that obstruct is called as vitarka. So when the vitarkas come and do the badhanam, when the obstructions come and obstruct our doing of yama niyama sadhana, what is to be done? Yama niyama hi nahi, baki sare sadhana hai. Any of these ashtanga yoga mein, wherever the vitarka comes and does the badhanam or obstruction, sadhana common for all of that is what? Pratipaksha bhavanam. And we are experts in that pratipaksha bhavanam. In this whole world, I am the only hero, everybody is zero. तो वो वाला इधर यूज करना है. प्रतिपक्ष इज नॉट स्वपक्ष बट प्रतिपक्ष. द ऑपोजिशन है वो नेगेटिव है, वो दोष है, वो वाला. अनदर बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज आवर ओन इंडियन गवर्नमेंट में जो प्रतिपक्ष बैठते हैं, है ना. एनीथिंग द रूलिंग पार्टी डज दे आर रॉन्ग. That's why परसों प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने फर्स्ट एड्रेस आफ्टर these 3 elections, first day of the winter parliament, first thing he said was this: don't argue for the sake of argument, don't point out anything we do as wrong. थोड़ा मिलकर करेंगे. ऊब गए ना, सारा एनर्जी उसी में ज्यादा है. They always try to pull down him in any proper positive things they put up, है ना. We should learn that from that unproductive alliance or whatever it is, how to do pratipaksha. So vitarka badhane pratipaksha bhavanam is the sutra. Chanting it 3-4 times. First to feel its literal meaning, then we study it with Vyasa Bhashya. So this is in general thing. Any sadhana you have to do, for every sadhana there are obstructions. Toward that obstruction, when we develop pratipaksha bhavana, then they won't trouble us. Then we can do the sadhana without badhana. Badhana is obstruction. So जब वितर्क आपको बाधन करता है, उस समय प्रतिपक्ष भावना से उस वितर्क को निकाल दो एंड बी ऑन द पाथ, है ना. लाइक मॉर्निंग नाइट यू थॉट सुबह 5 बजे 4 बजे उठ के ध्यान करना, बट 5 बजे उठता है, भगवान उठाते हैं, बट देन देर इज वितर्क. लेट मी स्लीप 1 आवर 2 आवर. अब क्लास तो आज को स्वामी ने 8 बजे कर ली, तो 5 to 8 आई गेट अप एंड विदाउट बाथ आई विल सिट इन द क्लास. सो दिस कम्स, दिस इज वितर्क. Then you have to do the Pratipaksha Bhavana. What is the Pratipaksha Bhavana? These 2 hours of sleep, throughout life I'm doing, wasting all my time, such a precious time in the morning. Let me try. Why can't I win over my oversleeping? Anyway, afternoon also sleeping. In the class also I'm sleeping. Why not get up now and do job? These are all called Pratipaksha Bhavana. The more we do it, then the power of that Vitarka gets reduced. Vitarka is a very beautiful word. Means every logic, every thought which obstructs our sadhana is called Vitarka. And we should have Pratipaksha Bhavana to defeat it, all of that. सूत्र पढ़ लिया हमने, एक भावना बन गया उसका. व्हाट इज द भाष्यकार's भाष्य? वी स्टडी नो. यदा अस्य ब्राह्मणस्य हिंसादयः वितर्काः जायेरन् हनिष्यामि अहम् अपकारिणम् अनृतमपि वक्ष्यामि, द्रव्यमपि अस्य स्वीकरिष्यामि, दारेषु च अस्य विवायी भविष्यामि, परिग्रहेषु च अस्य स्वामी भविष्यामि इति. So what is Vitarkas? Very clearly Vyasa Bhagavan has explained here, without any doubt. At that time, evam unmarga pravana vitarka jvarena ati deeptena badhyamanaha tat pratipakshan bhavayetu. And what is the pratipaksha? Ghoreshu samsara angareshu pacchamanena maya sharana upagataha sarva bhuta abhaya pradhanena yoga dharmaha sakalu aham tyaktva vitarkan पुनः तान आददानः तुल्यः स्ववृत्तेन इति भावयेत. यथा श्वा वान्तावलेः तथा त्यक्तस्य पुनः आददानः इति एवमादि सूत्रांतरेषु अपि योज्यम्. आई टेल यू, मैं किस बातों में कैसे बता के कैसे साबुत करूं. देयर इज टॉप 5 सूत्र एंड भाष्य हियर as regards practical sadhana and protection of the sadhana from the obstruction is concerned. And I feel like talking on it with every bhavana, every sentence. Literal meaning it can be told. Very simple. Only 4 sentences are there in this. First sentence is, if the vitarkas come and trouble you in doing this sadhana. Second is, what are the vitarkas that are told. Third, therefore you must do the Pratipaksha Bhavana for it. Fourth, the Pratipaksha Bhavana kya hota hai bataya. Fifth, an example is given. These are the 5 things that are explained in the Bhashya by the Vyasa Bhagavan to this Sutra ki Vitarka Bhavane Pratipaksha Bhavanam. Vitarka Bhadane Pratipaksha Bhavanam. But so beautiful, so important. I तो feel, I don't know. Whatever I feel great, you may not feel. एक एक का अपना स्थिति के अनुसार क्या इंपॉर्टेंट लगता है, लेकिन मुझे तो बाबा ये बहुत बहुत अवश्य लगता है साधना के दृष्टि से. So when for the sadhanas of Yama Niyama 10, the opposite things come and disturb us, how to eliminate them is by Pratipaksha Bhavana. How to do that? These are told. जैसे बच्चों को केला छिलका निकाल के स्मैश करके देते ना, like that भगवान व्यासा is telling us. And as I told you, exactly that neti neti wala, ye wala, they go together. This is not self, this is not self. And in the not self, when I identify as self, it binds me. Then I continue being a samsari. That's called Pratipaksha Bhavanam there. By that Vitarka, that force of trying to identify the Upadhi is reduced. Then the positively Aham Brahmasmi Abhyasa we can do. Same thing is taught to us in our Rubhu Gita in the evening. थोड़ा ध्यान से पढ़ना है रूप गीता. एक बार घर में भी पढ़ लो आप, एक बार क्या 2 बार. That is more practically useful than all the Upanishads classes we are studying whole day and forgetting. That is good one. Anyway, so this one sentence by sentence we will see completely thoroughly tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow's class. In tomorrow's class, when Yama Niyamadi, all sadhanas we do, the Vitarka, when it comes to obstruct it, the opposite of it, how through Pratipaksha Bhavana, they have to be warded off, and we keep moving on our doing the sadhana of Yama Niyama that is taught in these 2 sutras. Ye wala bhi, agle wala bhi. In that agle wala, what are the itarkas, what is the Pratipaksha Bhavana? Not only that is said in the sutra, the Bhashyakara talks 10-12 lines to explain it. तो मजा आएगा. ये क्लैरिटी मिलने के कारण। कहाँ गलतियां होते हैं, कैसे सुधारना। लेट अस सी टुमारो। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम तत्सत। ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। इतना काफी है।